More to steal. I love robbing places. Damn, nothing worth stealing here. Nettie has a new musical suggestion. Cheap renegade car engine. Now this is going to be thing. Flawless. Flawless victory. God, what if note plays long enough for it to actually, like, fully engage and turn on? That is certainly one of the sounds. Average Toyota user sound, says Sonic in chat. Is it now? I drove a Toyota car for 22 years. I guess I drove it for less than that, like 20 years. I wonder if he makes Asgar bleed, if the bleeding will replace the curse. I don't think Asgar can bleed. I think he has an anti-bleeding thingy. There is surely no banana on this sundae anywhere. This is just an ice cream-faced man. Now, I got... Yeah, the healing balsam is out of order, but it actually does less healing, so better to use as an item like this. Oh boy, a special chest! It was a special chest, it has a save stone in it. There is nothing more valuable in this game than a save stone. What's the puzzle? How do I get those chests? This surely is a combustible overheated horn. Okay, now Valnar and Asgar are both cursed. That's probably fine. I was actually hoping that that would make Valnar bleed, so we would get a sense of whether bleeding would replace the curse. This sure is one of the sound fonts of all times. Of all the sound fonts that exist, this is one of them. Critical hit, no damage. That must be the curse. Hellprince just punched the curse, or punched the confusion right out of himself. Yeah, the fact that all of this is doing no damage must be the curse. That's real bad. That's real bad, isn't it? How do I solve the curse other than death? Do I make them die? Do they die and then when they're back they're not cursed anymore? Is that a solution? I don't believe you. There it is. There it is. Mage belt. Plus 30 intelligence. Yeah, I think actually with plus 30, that's worth it. What's serum for, asked Van Whitman? Only sick, not curse. Leer! 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 Cool. Cool. Well, we're all gonna die right here. That's very cool. That's extremely cool. Bye. Fuck this game. I'm down here. I am here. I'm down here. The thing with this game is that every random encounter can be the one where, oops, roll the dice, this one you're dead. Kinda reminds me of Dragon Quest. La ba 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 ba, copyrighted music. Da, 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 da. We have so much to redo. But we have ink ribbons, so I don't want to save. No, we just need to know how to mitigate or delete curse, says Van Whitman in chat. Yeah, I mean, that's it. I need to know how to deal with curse. You know what? I want to know what happens when I fail to escape this battle and we all die. Crush me, crush me, crush me, crush me, kill me, crush me. No, I demand death! Kill me! Yay! You run away shamefully as any other RPG just bullied you for using the flee button, as Whomstuff in chat. In fairness, it's also like when you win a battle, it's pretty freaking hardcore, so it's really just this game's style. Imagine the pressure plate maze changes each time you died, says Van Whitman in chat. It'd be easier to run if there weren't infinity enemies on the way. No, I only pressed once, game! Ugh! Oh, I misremembered. Then up to here. And then was it over to here? No, it's too far. This game is pretty sensitive about how long you press any button, which, I mean, it's tile-based movement, so it doesn't really matter. I could just be more careful, but... like, this without tile-based movement would be beyond unacceptable. I forget, was it just out now? Yeah, okay. See how quickly I just did that maze? Screw everybody who says I don't have a good sense of direction. Lying punks. How do I get over there? I will never find out, because I don't care. His head doesn't seem to be twirling very much. You do have to remember that it's really just independently doing the AI on every frame. So it's not like no actions will really be represented well. You can't decide which side of my... which Two-Face side is which face. Somehow, I totally forgot about this hallway. Saveston? Saveston? I don't actually care about 4,000 Felar. I wanted a Saveston. Why does an ice dragon take no damage to fire? Oh, it's a flying dragon. I imagined the word ice. Okay, we've had enough fun with this sound font. What does a normal human look like in your model? Asks Whomstuff in chat. This, apparently. I mean, answered your own question there. Just have a battle inside of a wall. This is fun. I'm experiencing fun. Do you want to know how to deal with curses, you always will ask Van Whitman? I mean, if it's anything more complicated... So, all I would like to know is it more complicated than there is an item to deal with curses? No, it's really easy, says Van Whitman in chat. I mean, presumably an item, then. Just an item I haven't found, or don't remember how to find. Samsung washer. You are finding the cursedest sound fonts. Quite a talent you have for random object sound fonts. What? I don't know why this is that sound font, but okay. I don't know how I feel about thinking emoji, but I know that I like it more than this. 14 seconds is a long time. I am genuinely curious what it's going to do for this bit, because nothing sensible is the answer. It is I, the Electress! that just means an Elector who happens to be female. Well, here she is. Here's an Electress of the HRE. I mean, she does look vaguely German. I could believe that she's German, and so that's pretty much it. And this was nothing. Of that I am quite confident, though it may have been an object or something, and if it was an object, it was definitely a saveston. I don't know why I escaped twice from that one. I think the hair shouldn't be down, especially in braids, says Bit in chat. See, that feels a bit like modern stereotype for German, rather than like 1300s, 1400s stereotype for German. Yes, I agree. Biblically accurate knowledge, so it's just the concept of knowledge, but biblically accurate. Sometimes I just have to stop and let blood splurt out of my head for a moment. I like the implication, because, like, the chests aren't here for interlopers like us. The chests are presumably here for a Brack's ass. So I like the implication that he puts all these traps here, but he forgets where they are, so he just puts a bunch of bandages in chests. Here it is, a Sokoban item. Basically, it's just like human, only somehow more racist. Ow. Here it is. This is what the inside of a washing machine looks like. Sometimes it has a face in it, but not usually. Thank you, Nettie. Let's do our next horrible experiment. Annoying cheap alarm clock sound font. Fantastic. Bound to be an improvement. Why are there like 50 files in here? What is this? What is happening? Boy, you've done a great job of finding something, like, totally unusable somehow. Well, that was weird. Now I can actually load this. It's pretty annoying. I mean, that's pretty annoying. That's a pretty annoying both AI tuber image and sound font. Both of these things. Yep, here's the darkness. Just make sure I'm at full everything. When I get out of the darkness, then I will save. I don't really remember the darkness maze, so more following the left wall. Exactly, Sonic. I would save here, but you can't see the menu here. When it's higher pitch, it's less sort of wonky and out of tune, so it more just sounds kind of like a bagpipe. The lower pitch one is actually more annoying. Boy, this is sure images. This is sure images that are happening that are not my face. Ew, your breath stinks. Well, your breath really stinks when it silences and confuses people. What do I do? That's what I do. Interesting that you can take a blood vial while dead. Nettie, this better be 6 times as annoying as the last one. Air Raid Siren sound font for remix? It's the for remix for some reason that really concerns me about this one. Ow, my brain. Ow, it's so loud. Okay, nope, sorry. It's too loud. It's too loud. It just sounds like a very overblown organ, basically. There we go. Somebody else can get into the sound font game. Tomcat scream. But why? Hell yeah. Now we got some beats. Now we're talking. This is the height of music. Oh god, it's turning my hair into folds of skin, which is pretty much the worst thing possible. This rules. This is the best sound font ever, Sonic. You've really done it. You have truly mastered the art of finding awful sound fonts. This sounds like a PS2 skateboarding game OST, says Nettie in chat. It definitely does. Yes, I agree. I was just sitting here thinking, what does Tom's voice sound like? Tom doesn't have a voice. Tom is a cat. Tom only vocalizes pain. That is the only sound Tom makes. So this is pretty much peak Tom. It sounds so much more like a laugh than a scream. Like, just pitch that down and it's just... Oh no. Oh no. Critical failure on being Tom from Tom and Jerry. Also, the worst being ever made. Just the single worst being. There are no worse than this. This is it. This is the worst being. Oh, it's awful. Oh my god. No, put back Tom from Tom and Jerry. This doesn't have anywhere near the nightmare that did. I demand the worst thing I've ever seen. That's what the Hanna-Barbera Tom looks like, says Imstam in chat. How did they get the license? This sounds fun. Anybody who just stumbles into this stream with no context, and this is what they hear, and this is what they see. Technically, this is a Let's Play. In practice, it is several other things. I keep doing that on this particular staircase. I see you're trying to emphasize the red nose there, Nettie. Damn it! Oh, I didn't make that mistake before. Okay, I think I know vaguely where I am. I need to remain even more glued to the left wall, as it turns out. Sound font. My brain. I needed my brain for thinky stuff. My brain. It's like the Wilhelm scream in the, like, it's a scream, but it's so, like, rich that like, the Wilhelm scream, I think, was originally a yodel, not a scream. It has a similar sort of aspect to it. I definitely just followed the left wall the first time I handled this room, so I know the left wall is safe. Here he is, the worst cat. Here he is, looking weird. This might be my favorite sound font. Great, cool, thank you. I wanted that. Yeah, fire rain against hellhounds, good idea. Brilliant. What are the drum sounds supposed to be? Gunshots? Ask Hoopstum in chat. I don't know. It is such a rich and impactful sound. Oh, time to go home. I'm going to save while I'm in the surface world here and then retreat back, because I have learned from previous exploits that your retreat destination survives through saves. God, here it is! Here it is again! Here is this Tom! Simply the worst being of all of the beings there have ever been. This is the worst one. I want fan art of this stat, please. This fucking atrocious being. Why does it have smug eyes? Well, Sonic said he, but I don't agree with that. Why does it have smug eyes? I don't know. Top 10 tortured screams in kids' television, says Hoopstum in chat. Yeah, exactly. That's why we like the Tom and Jerry scream. Oh, I did it again. I did it again. Sorry, I want to buy some more. And so long as I can see the menu, I'm going to go ahead and change the battle music so we can experience more and more varied battle music. I guess I may as well save here. Unclear whether to put this stream in a museum or suppress all evidence of its existence, says Hoopstum in chat. ¿Por qué no los dos? Sound fun. Anytime I play a game with MIDI from now on, this is my default selection. We're starting with this and then moving to other sound fun. This is the launching point. Yeah! It's the monkey torturing facility. Yeah, welcome to our monkey torturing zoo. Okay, wait, I remember these hallways clearly. I don't remember how many dead ends there were. Yeah! I almost don't want to successfully escape these battles. Look at that. Look at my incredible spatial memory. Okay, time to die to some Hell Princes. Imagine you're a Sonic, I saved like 2 minutes ago. Imagine you're a cop arriving at the scene of a horrific accident and this is blasting on repeat from the speakers of one of the mangled cars, says Netty. I can't breathe. This rules. Exactly, Sonic. For being one clearly non-musical sound, it is unbelievably versatile. I don't think I've ever successfully escaped a Hell Prince. Yes, I have. There we go. Okay, this room appears to be nothing. Yeah. Here it is, the son of Mr. Clean and Kermit the Frog. It's kind of not... It's not that. It's an empty room with a secret that I can't figure out, and I'm trapped. How do... there we go. I'm making progress. Bit, this is the best sound font ever made, is what this sound is. It is ASMR, Bit, exactly. Protective ring. Not really worth the wander into this corner here. Except for not being in any way a musical sound, it is perfect. It should have replaced some of the percussion with memorable impact sounds from Tom and Jerry, says Whomstom in chat. I have no idea where the percussion is coming from. Because the only sound font I have loaded is the Tom and Screaming one. So it must have some, like, its own just built-in whatever percussion. That was a fun battle. I love battles. I want more battles. Each of these Shadow Mages has an instant kill spell. He gets smacked in the original clip the scream is from, so it's used as a percussion, says Sonic in chat. That seems logical. That's probably it. It's from a lost episode where Tom swallows a cymbal, said Nettie in chat. That doesn't sound like a lost episode. That sounds like a typical episode. Yeah! Our cat torturing symphony. I can easily say that this is the best cat-torturing symphony I've ever heard. I mean, there's not a lot of competition for that title, but this is the best cat-torturing symphony I've ever heard. Yeah. You have to remember, Whomstom in chat, that they used to really just want to really make the kids grow into the worst adults. Pretty much any form of torture, mutilation, it was all there. These kids with their cartoons where nobody mutilates anybody anymore. Surprise escape. I would love for this stream to have something resembling progress in it. Because I'm going to remind everybody that we're doing a 2-game stream today. So in 10 minutes, I'm switching games. Fair, Fair, Sonic, fair. Finding this sound font was probably not only... So it certainly was progress. It was probably the best progress we could hope for. I didn't do the thing. Saveston. Thanks, I hate it. I don't know why I didn't try to escape these enemies. I just automatically autoed. This is just like badly butchered raw turkey. What we're seeing here is badly butchered raw turkey. Well, here's badly butchered raw turkey. Gotta admit, it didn't change very much. It didn't change. I mean, it changed, don't get me wrong, but it didn't change that much. Wow, I think I confused all of them. Don't need an intermission for midstream break, just have this playing on loop, says Sonic in chat. What an excellent idea. Okay, I don't want to bother with the hidden chests. It's not worth my time. I'll see if I can get to this one. Yeah, because it's very easy. Oh boy, a blue elixir. I took one step. I took one step. I don't want a teleporter maze. I don't want a teleporter maze. The T, top left, goes to staircase? Like how I got in here? Okay. Okay. Staircase, left. This sound font rules. I think I'm almost maxed on normal souls. Strong souls, that is, sorry. Here's what I'm gonna do. Because I'm almost maxed on strong souls, I'm going to save using strong souls. I'm gonna say that is the end of today's stream. We have made progress, question mark. I'm gonna switch off AI tubing. Okay, let's save the strong soul way. Menu. I will, for the moment, leave this incredible sound font on in chat and Sonic, but not indefinitely. Not during the actual away mode. Sorry. Okay.